Howdy, everyone. We just got back from the South Park Regional in Pennsylvania, and who am I here with?
Tyler Lee.
And what'd you do today?
I played Kashtira, and I got top 32 at the South Park Regional.
Congrats. And any shout-outs before the profile?
Yeah, shout out to our sponsors, NLG, Refine Gaming, and 5.6.
Awesome. We'll get right into the profile then.
Alright, starting off, we have 3 Unicorn, fairly standard. 3 Fenrir, 2 Rice Hearts, 1 Scare Cache, 1 Tier Cache, and we did end up playing the Ogre and Prep package. I did not really miss the 3rd Rice Heart that much. I didn't really need it all that often, but I wouldn't, mind playing the 3rd one. The Ogre sometimes did come in clutch because I did banish someone's OSS. Banished a lot of 1-ofs, same thing with Rise Heart. And Tier Cache, I mean, it's an extender. It's not mandatory, but I did like it. Especially under Shifter. You can banish the top 3 of their deck, and it's very funny.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Tier Cache in many lists. I like that tech.
Yeah, you don't really see it too often, but it's not bad. Next, for the spells, we have 3 Birth, and 3 Theosis. Some people like to play like 2 Rice Heart, 3 Theosis, or 3 Rice Heart, 2 Theosis. I just kind of like playing. That's not the reason why I played like 2 and 3. I just cut the Rice Heart just because I didn't really need it. But I would rather have 2 of these in my hand than none. So it's a very good card. And then the rest of the spells. We have Terraforming and 3 Planets. For consistency, we have Pots and 2 Talents. Talents was very good because I got to hand rip so many people. I never used it to take or to draw 2 because I didn't really need it, but it is good to have. Hand ripping, I mean, it's just good. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the one called by Perulia and other hand traps. Don't really like them, but I did use Called By on a Diet Bellstar, which was really cool.
Nice.
On to the hand traps. We have Shifter. This card is really stupid. It won me just like 50% of my games, probably more than that. It's just almost like an insta-win. Especially since I didn't play against any Shifter decks. It was, I think, half of them was just Snake Eye, Fire King, Azamina. Some were just other Fiendsmith piles, and they just can't play under Shifter. Mm-hmm. I drew it a lot, which is very nice. Next, we have 3 Ash and 3 Imperm. I think these are fairly standard, good hand traps. And then we also have 3 Fua. I mean, this is also a very good card. There were times where I did Fua and I still lost, but I think it's still good to have in the main, since a lot of the decks, especially Snake Eye Azamina, summon from the extra deck, just chain it to like a Requiem, and that's just a guaranteed draw. And 2 Ogre, very good against Deception, other field spells. I did pop a Garunix with this, because I didn't want to have them attack over my stuff with like a 3900 attack Garunix. So very useful there.
Did Shifter and Ogre ever clash at all?
Surprisingly, no. I don't think so. Or if it did, I would much rather have the Shifter than not.
True.
Right, on to the extra deck. We have 1 Shang. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. 1 Dark Armed. This card is very good because it's not once per turn. I can banish my stuff in my grave like a Theosis and add back from banished. Big Eye. This, I didn't really use it at all, but it is very good, especially if I ever, for some reason, encounter either a Kashmir match or just one of the someone using Kashtira as like an engine. I can just steal their Unicorn or a Fenrir. In theory, that didn't happen, but still very good to have. I would not cut it. Dracossack is here for the Link package. Speaking of, we have 2 Link Spider, the G Golem, and the Heat Soul. These are decent. Drawing cards, of course, is very good. The only issue with this is that because Fuelos is in the format, this plays very hard into Fuas. I think my round 5 or 6 opponent chained Fua to the activation of my Draco Sack, and after summoning the 2 tokens, I was just like, I just don't want to go into these anymore. Moving on, we have IP. IP is here for like the Unicorn plus Rise Heartline. It plays pretty hard into Nibiru, so I mean that's what this is here for. And of course, paired with SP, SP is just generically good. SP is usually what I go for if Draco Sack fails, like if they impermit or if they Fuelos me. Zeus and Typhon, these didn't come up, but they're just good cards. I could have used Typhon, I think, in my last round, but that would just be dragging out the game. But it's still a good card. Just need to be careful under Planet, because you can lock yourself under Planet, and that is very funny. Red Eyes, it's a burn card. It's for time. I should have used this in my round 8 matchup, because we went to game 2, we went to time. And I wasn't watching the clock as much as I should have, or at least I underestimated how fast the clock would go by. Good card. I would not cut it. We have Harmonizer. In theory, it's good. You can steal stuff from the graveyard like Requiem or an Engraver. Sometimes I make it as a bridge to Zeus because it can't be destroyed by battle with monsters with the same attribute. And it just gets bigger under Planet as well. This, I guess you could cut it, but I like having it around. And then for the Synchro 10, we have Ruddy Rose. Ruddy Rose is good because, you know, graveyard banishment. Changing is also an option, but I think banishing the graveyard, just everything is just, I think, slightly better. Came up once, except I wasn't able to resolve it because they negated it with the Azamina fusion, and that was unfortunate. But I guess it was good enough to bait out that negate in the first place. Extra deck. I made sure not to forget any like last time. On to the side deck, we have the good old Roll and Lockbird in completely different rarities and artworks.
It's the best kind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This card did come up a couple times, especially during the Fiendsmith Chimera matchup I had. They activated the Coatl on unres. I'd rolled them, and they couldn't play anymore. 3 Lava Golem. This is pretty good against Fiendsmith. Like if they summon a Desiree and something else, I just get rid of whatever they have. It didn't come up, but I would not cut it in future lists, because I think you just need an out to those towers or big bodies that you can't deal with normally. We have Duster and 2 Cyclone. Back row removal. I did use Cyclone against a Centurion player on my own turn when they tried to activate stand-up, and they didn't enjoy that very much. 3 Evenly. I mean, this is just a generically good going second card. The issue with Evenly that I had was if you put in too many non-engine or you don't draw enough engine, Evenly is just kind of useless, because if you evenly them for their whole board -1 and you can't extend past that, it just kind of doesn't matter. But I mean, it's still a good card. And then 3 Judgments, you need a card going first, because board breakers suck. If you get even lead, it just sucks. Regeki, all those blowout cards, you need an answer to those. It's also good against Tenpai, but I would let them go first. But if they force me to go first, then I would, play this against them. There's that. I didn't play against any Tenpai, which was crazy, but still a good card.
Anything you changed about the list overall?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I don't think I would. Maybe in the main deck you could argue taking out maybe Tier Cache for another Rise Heart. That's an option. Maybe something with the non-engine. I honestly think my non-engine was pretty decent. Other than that, not really. Maybe you get rid of Ogre and prep for some more non-engine. Maybe Valor. I've seen people play Valor, but I did enjoy Ogre because prep. I did get to resolve prep once. The second effect because they impulsed me. I got to look at their hand, and it was very nice.
Nice. Well, yeah, congrats again.
All right, thank you.